Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about debugging of SAS programs, how you can find errors in your program and how you can fix it. So there are two different kind of errors in SAS program. So first one is a syntax error. Syntax error are those who do not actually conform to the rules of SAS language, and if there is a error because of your program is not following the rules of SAS language, then it will show some kind of error. And other error is actually a data error. So data error can be like if your value is not appropriately assigned. For example, some of the character value is assigned as a numeric, and numeric variables only takes only the numbers. So that kind of errors you can find in data errors. So first I will discuss about syntax error, and I will start with writing a program. So you can see on my screen I am going to write a program. So this is a data statement. I'm going to generate a new data set, name as a new class, and set statements for retrieving an existing data set, and this is the library, and I'm retrieving class SAS data set, and I'm giving a conditions where age is equal to 13, and completing this program with a run statement. So you can see the data statement. This is one statement, and this is a set statement, this is second statement, and this is third, and this is a fourth statement. So you can see that each statement ends with a semicolon here. Each statement ends with a semicolon, and these are actually basically format free. For example, if you put all these statements in a single line, it will still work. For example, this all statements are in single line. So you can do that, and you run this program, you will see that your programs work well, and you will see there is 3 observation and new data set is generated with this condition. So this is fine. So it's format free. So you can, but important thing you have to remind that each statement must ends with a semicolon. So this is what we have to remember that, and it is always a good practice for programming that one statement should be written in a single line. It should not, it's not recommended to use multiple statements in a single line. So this is a good practice for programming. So I'm writing another proc statement, proc print data is equal to new class, and this is another proc step program. So when I will run that, a report will be generated because of the proc print, and output data set you will see because of the data step programs, a new data set is created. So this is how it works. So what are the syntax error, and how rules of SAS language is not meeting if you are using a wrong method for creating a program. For example, misspelled. So suppose if some of the keyword is misspelled. For example, in this proc print, if I'm removing this t, so it's a misspelled, print is not correctly spelled here. So what will happen? So when you run this program, it will show you some error here. So you can see, so in log you can see there is an error here. So procedure print not found. So you have to look and see that what are the errors, and you can fix it one by one. So I'm going to fix it now. So you can see now it's fixed. So when you will run this program, it will work well. So you know that this is because of the misspelling of certain keywords. So if you misspell your data or where or set statement, so these are the key word. If you are misspelling these keywords, you will see some kind of errors actually. The second one is omitting semicolon. So as I said, each statement ends with a semicolon. For example, if you remove this semicolon here from here, what will happen? These two line will consider as a single statement, because one semicolon ends one statement. So this both two lines here are considered as a single statement. So when you run this program, you will see there is an error here. You can see this is an error showing in your log. So how you can fix that? You can go and do add semicolon here, and after that when you will run this program, it will work well. So this is a second kind of syntax error you can see in your program. And third one is leaving quotation mark unbalanced. For example, this is a proc print step, and I'm going to write a title of this print. So title, and the title of this print is print data of new class. So I'm completing this title statement here with a semicolon, and you can see after running this program, a report will be generated with this title. So if there is imbalance, this quotation mark, what will happen? So suppose I'm going to remove this quotation mark from here. So you can see there will be an error in your program and it will not work perfectly. You can see something not correct is comes out of this program, and you can see warning title statement is ambiguous due to invalid options or unquoted text. So this is how you can see warning. So your quotation should be balanced. If it is used once here, and then it should be used once on the other side too. So that is a third kind of uh, syntax error. You must follow the rules for the SAS language, and you should always use a balance quotation marks. And fourth one is specifying a invalid options. For example, in the SAS program, I fixed it, and after running this, you will see this program runs well, and a report is generated from proc print. And if you will run a program with some options, for example, I'm going to remove this observation column, the first one here, observation 1 2 3. I have to use one options here. So the option is no observation. So when you will use this option, what will happen, that observation column will be removed from the report. So you can see no observation is here now. The column is actually removed. So if you are using something, you know, uh, which is not a correct option, so it will show some error. For example, no column I'm going to use, for example, here. So this is not an option, and it will show you some kind of error here. You can see, so no column, send expecting one of the following. So these are the options available for your program, and if you are using wrong option, then it will not work. So this is something you have to remember, that options should be correct and should be acceptable. And fifth type of syntax error in SAS programming is missing run statement. So when you miss this run statement, your program will not be completed and it will show some error. And sixth type of syntax error, when you are not actually writing your comments correctly. For example, I'm writing my comment. So comment should always be with slash and asterisk mark, and then you have to write a comment. So print this data on Monday. So I'm writing a comment that we have to print this data, and it always ends with asterisk and this slash. So if you are not following correct guidelines, your program will not be active and it will show some kind of error. So this is all about syntax error. Other error, as I told you, is data errors. So data errors can be related to the data. For example, this is a program. So I wrote a program of intrinsic data sets where I'm basically writing all the data values within the program. So when I run this program, it will run perfectly fine. You can see a proc print report is generated, and output data new record is also generated. So for example, name is a character variable here. So if character variable can accept anything, if there is any special character there or any number is there, it will accept it, but if your variable is numeric, it will accept only numbers, not any character or a special character. For example, if I will write here a letter here in a special character here, so it will not work because the specific type of variable is not present in the data values. So for example, when I will run this program, these two values will be missing. You can see these two values will be missing, and it will also show you some kind of error actually in your program when you check your log. So it will show you the invalid data for this line. So this is how the data errors you can identify. So these two things will help you, syntax error and data errors, to debug any SAS program. When you run a program and you want to rectify and fix the program, you have to look these syntax error and data errors to you know to fix those programs. So thank you very much for watching.